So last week we spoke about Nifty, where we expect Nifty to go and what are the critical levels. So let's just do a rewind. Let me try to pull back the chart that we were discussing last week. So this was the chart that we were talking about last week, uh, right? So this was a weekly chart, right? And I clearly said that 17,929 to 17,987 on the weekly chart with a stop loss of 18,250 on daily closing basis. This is one critical level, and if at all we manage to close above this number, which is 17,987, or even above this number, which is 17,930 on the weekly closing basis, because it's a weekly chart, Nifty may test 18,372 to 18,487. This was our view, and this weekly chart that you are seeing, right, the 17,929 to 17,987, we had also made 1 hourly chart on Nifty earlier. Let us try to pull that chart. I think this is a chart, yes. And if you see this hourly chart, this had a PRZ of 17,943.5 to 17,986. Stop loss 18,035, 1 hour candle closing basis. So what Nifty did, so we had a 1 hour on the hourly chart, we had two patterns here which were giving this PRZ. Plus on the weekly chart, we had this level 17,929 to 17,987, and what you say is that Nifty could make only on the hourly chart whatever was the number, right? You can see here 947.6y, that is a high, so it could not close above 17,930 or 17,987 levels, and then we saw a fantastic fall. So we have seen a low of 17,451 and odd, right? So that is a close to 500-point fall. So our views were very clear that two things we were talking about. One, if this level is not able to hold on weekly basis, we are going to see a fall. Plus at the same time on the hourly charts, right, on the hourly charts that we saw, if Nifty is not able to close above that number, which is this PRZ, then also it is going to fall, right? So this chart, this hourly chart was respected. You can see here twice it tested this PRZ zone, touched once, came back, touched second time, then this number 17,820, this low you can see here, this candle's low, when it broke, it cracked and it made a low of 17,454. Okay, and so in summary, the PRZ on the weekly chart that we made and on the hourly chart that we made has held, and that has given us a 500 points superb fall. So anybody who had followed the level that we spoke last week, right, if they had taken a small risk, they could have made very good money in Nifty, right? See, all these educational videos we are trying to do is for you, either you learn from the videos, right, or at least you use the levels with your own kind of setups that you have with some trading confirmation signals, and then you trade. Okay, this is the one. And then look at this post. Bought Nifty reference 17,470 with stop loss of 17,300 closing basis, right? And then that was because it had actually gone down and then it started coming up. Okay, now what was the reason for this post? Now that post is here. Here, this is a daily chart. This is a daily chart, and if you remember the number posted here, you can see here, I am sticking on to my stop loss with H. If we hold 7,396 on closing basis, we can bounce back sharp. But the recent swing low of 17,320 is most important. Okay. Now this was the reason for that 17,396 stop loss. Okay. So how it comes, that is not something that we are going to discuss. That is because of harmonics levels. But you can see a pattern here, and this pattern was this number, and it just went below that by just 5-6 points, and then next candle you can see it is exactly, it has given a good bounce. So it gave almost 100 points jump, and then you saw this post. So the target given was 17,550 first target, right? So if you look at here, the targets that were given 563, 587, 6, and I am expecting these targets to hit on Monday. Probably Monday opening itself, maybe this number. Okay, so this is the reason. So last week post had given a 500 point fall, and this particular post on Friday had given 100 point intraday. So if you are able to make charts with conviction, right, then you can really make good money. So any questions on this, you can unmute yourself and ask. The levels that we were talking about last week, I don't know how many of you were there in last week's session. Any questions? Hello? Okay, I'm assuming there are no questions. So where is Nifty headed? Yeah, Jitesh, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
So after this recent fall, like what critical levels you mentioned? 17,250. Below that, it can be quite bearish. From here on, where do you think the bullish momentum should recover? Like we can assume that it's started again with some SL, of course.
No, of course, this is the level already I've posted here, right? So this level becomes critical on closing basis. Okay, number one. The most important level is this X point that you're seeing from where it started going up. So let me mark this X point, and that is 17,327, which was the swing low, right? 17,327, let's keep this number. And that was a post here saying that the recent swing low of 17,320 rounded off. Okay, this rounded off to 17,320 is important, right? So this is one level. The most important level, if you see, is this level, which is 17,256 to 17,250 levels.
250. Yeah.
So every post that I'm posting, I'm very clearly mentioning that as far as we are not breaking 17,250 on closing basis, we are not going to fall. Okay, I would not say that a bearish move has started, because let's look at it like this. So here was your breakout range. Let's say this range, right? The low of this candle you can see here. You can see the candles, this candle's low here. 17,228 is the low, right? So, and this was a very clear flag and pole breakout. Here. So this low, this 17,228 or 17,250, here these two candles on closing basis becomes very important, because this is the point from where a fresh rally started and we hit a all-time low high. We came back to test close to it, okay, and this 17,327, that chart also was posted for taking a long. Let me try to find out that. Okay, 17,329 on the hourly chart here. This was on the hourly chart, and you can see it made 17,327 or something, and then it started going up. You can see what kind of rally it gave, right? So this number becomes a very critical number, 17,300 and 17,250. As far as Nifty is able to hold on closing basis, right, you should have the confidence to go long. Now, on the risk part, whether you're okay with the 200 point stop loss or not is something for you to decide. How much risk you can take, right? So I was very clear, because this number was tested, and when it started going up, I gave this call.
Okay.
17,470, this call. See here, I have taken a 170 point stop loss on closing basis, and though I did not need that stop loss. My stop loss would have been this, right?
Yes.
But I still kept a safer stop loss of 17,300 on closing basis, because that is my X point. The X point is the point from where the rally started, right? So that is, for safety reason, I kept this as a stop loss, and it has already given me a good reward, and I'm expecting it to hit this level very soon. That is on Monday. Probably you will see this level 588. Okay, let me remove this. So Monday you can see this number. You can see here 51 is the high of this candle. This is a 56 high of this candle is 56, and now this candle's high is 17,588. Look at this green candle, 17,588, and look at this candle's low, 17,585.
Yeah, almost the same.
Yeah. So the earlier resistance here became the support here, and when it broke that support, it fell down. Now this is going to become the resistance. Now, if at all on Monday we gap up above this, right? So let us try to understand something. Okay, how can you kill a bear, and how can you kill a bull, right? You can kill a bear by opening gap up and sustaining the gap up, right? So on Monday, anybody who has gone short in this candle, right, if will get stuck Monday if it opens above 17,588 and stays above it. And if it stays above it, where can you see the target? Look at this candle, which is 17,716.3. You can see that's open equal to high candle, right?
Yes, yes.
So that will become your second point of resistance, right? And look at this candle here, the low of this big red candle. Let's mark that level and try to pull it here. Let's pull it here, right? Now 17,663. So conservative target 36 I've given. I think that was based on some number here, or some Fibo number, I think. Should be a Fibo number. And you can see here, this is going to be a good resistance point. The candle 17,609, 17,609 again here, and this candle's low is 17,609. So this is going to be a resistance point, and above that you can see Nifty moving to this level, 17,775, right? So that is how I expect Nifty to move. So the fall is not major. That's why I told you this is a buy on dips market. So every dip until Nifty closes below 17,250 or 17,200, it's a buy on dips market. Now let us try to make a plain chart. Delete all these patterns and all that. Let's go to the weekly chart and try to understand. So what is it doing? Can you see here? This is a low, this is a higher low, and this is a higher low. So it is making higher lows, and these two are higher highs, and this candle, look at this candle, 17,947 was the high, and this candle 17,942. So it is making a lower high and a higher low, meaning probably something like this.
Consolidation, possible consolidation.
Right? So you can see this candle, see the candles, this candle is low, 17,254. Look at this, 17,269. And that is the reason that I said until we break this point, we are not bearish. And this is a, now look at what can happen to Nifty. Okay, let's take this and let's try to make a flag and pole like this. Let's say this is the flag, right? Here, this portion, let's drag this here, something like this, right? Now, probably a consolidation may happen, maybe one more week consolidation, then a breakout can happen or a breakdown can happen, right? Now, are we worried about the breakdown or the whether it's going to break down or go up? We are not, because as far as our weekly charts number are not crossed until these patterns are valid, right? This pattern, we are not worried. So we will remain short. So what we will do, because it's consolidation market, if at all you see Nifty going to 17,200 or 17,400, 17,300, 17,200 levels or 17,250 levels, we will buy with a closing basis stop loss of 17,200, right? If at all there is a fall, and any rise towards this level, we will sell until Nifty is not able to close on a weekly closing basis above 18,250. But since we cannot wait for a week, I have kept a daily closing basis stop loss here. And on the hourly charts that we loaded, we already have this chart. Let's remove all this. Right, so if this is still valid, right, till Nifty is able to close above 18,035 on the hourly closing basis and breach the high of that candle, we are not worried. Any bounce back towards this level, touching the PR reset, with a small stop loss, we will short. If your stop loss gets hit, that's okay. If you're taken 3 trades which are giving you 500 points on the downside, right, and again from 17,450 levels, you're getting 7,900. That is again 500 points. So out of 1,000 points, let us say you have captured 700 points, no harm in giving a 250 points or 100 point stop loss, right? So that's how you have to trade. So we are not worried about where Nifty is going to go, whether it's going to make a lifetime high again or not, because for making a lifetime high, it has to cross this speed breaker first, which is this levels,
Yes.
right? So why worry whether it will go to, from Chennai it will go to, it will stop at Bangalore or it will go to Mysore. First let us cross Vellore. We are not crossed. If this is your midway, let us see whether we are able to cross this. Okay,
Understood.
fine. Any questions?
Understood. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Anyone else? And guys, last week we are talking about Lupin, right? Somebody had asked about Lupin, whether I should short. I've already shorted, or should I short, kind of question. And I mentioned.
Yeah, it was me. I had asked. Yeah.
I purposefully did not name. Anyway, okay. So I said, for me, the risk reward ratio is looking to be in favor of bulls. And I personally pinged Jitesh and said I've bought Lupin at 1918 levels, and it hit 1962, right? So that was also for somebody who had checked that. That would have been a whoever heard me last week on Lupin, right? If somebody had taken a risk, easy 50-60 points of long money you could have made. Okay, and then you would have seen our calls like Birla Corporation at 1300. I said buy now. That was a post on Birla Corporation to buy now. That was a post, and you can see it has hit all the targets. See, first I said buy only above 1325. Immediately same, then at 3.2 I posted not active. 3.19 I said buy now, and these are the targets 14.25. It has hit 14.42 or 43 levels. So this was posted on what date? September 23rd, right? And it gave it has hit all the targets. Okay, now Bank Nifty, let's see. This was the Bank Nifty reversal chart. 36,923.5, and from there you can see it touched that level. It made 36,913, and it made a hammer kind of thing, and then it started moving up, and now it's getting consolidation here. Now it is actually what is it trying to do for people who understand other patterns? Forget about harmonics, right? So what is this? This is a inverse flag and pole, right? This is an inverse flag and pole. You can see this is the flag, so it's getting into a consolidation. So if Bank Nifty breaks this level of 39,297, let us round it off to 37,300, and sustains above, then it can go and hit what levels can it hit? Let us mark the. Let me remove all these lines first. The previous targets. Let's remove all this and let's try to understand where it can move, right? Fine. So now you can see this line that I have marked here, right? You can see the top of this candle 37,322, 37,310, 37,315, the low of this candle 37,316, 37,327. So you can see 1, 2, 3 candles having resistance at 37,320, and 2 candles having support at 37,220. That means 37,220 is becoming resistance, right? And that is exactly what you are seeing here on this candle. See the high 37,297, here 37,284. So it's not able to, it has on Friday it has not crossed this number. So what is the best way to kill the bear? I said is by doing a gap up. So what do you expect? A gap up above 37,220 is what I expect on Monday for Bank Nifty. That means this will cross this number. It should open above this number and sustain above it. That's the number above which Bank Nifty should open, and the targets that are expected are first target here. Let's pull it down here, right? So that is our first target. So what is that target? Let's 37,687. I'm marking this level 37,687. Now why? Look at the high of this candle 37,677. Okay, low of this candle 37,684, 37,686, 37,687. So the lowest point of this candle is 37,677. So let's mark it as 37,675 rounded off. So that's going to be the target for Bank Nifty bare minimum. So anybody who has bought on Friday will get a decent uplift of around 800 to 900 points if somebody has taken a long here. At least 600 points you can easily capture. Here that is almost 700 point difference, right, from here to here, more than 700 points. So that is a bare minimum that you can expect, and probably let us see what can happen. And yeah, see, it's matching this. Probably I'm expecting something like 37,768, and if it sustains above that, then the levels to watch are this number 37,921, or let's say 37,920. Okay, and you can pull it down. You can in between you can see the levels 37,827, and that was my post, recent post. I think on Friday evening I posted here. And our charts on S&Ps are working wonderful. So you can see here 37,352, 37,488, 37,580, and small retracement, and finally to 37,817 plus. Why 37,817 plus is because of this here 828. Here you can see this small candle here 832. That is because of, if I draw, if you go from here to here, this level should cross, and if it sustains above 37,920, you can see Nifty again moving back to 38,141, and above that to 38,475. So that is the level for Bank Nifty, for you to watch in Bank Nifty. I hope I'm clear. Any questions? Okay, so I'm assuming there are no questions. Now let us look at the weekly and daily charts. Let's go to the daily chart. So what becomes a critical level? On daily closing basis, this is a very, very critical level for Bank Nifty. So until Bank Nifty closes below 36,150, right? And you can see here something around these levels, or 36,000, right? Let's take the area from where it broke out. So this is a breakout area for Nifty, for Bank Nifty. The first breakout came here. You can see here 35,810, the high of this candle. The high of this candle is 35,807. The high of this candle is 35,811, 35,795, 35,804, and again this candle is 35,795. This candle is 785. So as far as 35,800 is not broken on Bank Nifty, we cannot say that it is turning bearish. Now just like our Nifty, we had 17,320 or 300 as levels before that. Similarly here this level 36,525, this is going to be a very important number. 36, let's say 500, rounded off, okay, on closing basis. As far as Nifty is holding above this, it's fine. If it breaks this, probably you may get another 700 points fall, or this could become actually a demand zone. this zone for Nifty, Bank Nifty, starting here, right? This is the demand zone for Bank Nifty. You can see last time it came into the demand zone and then it went up. Now any dips towards this area until it breaks 35,800, there is no problem for Bank Nifty. So don't expect a major correction and all that until Nifty doesn't break 17,200 on closing basis and Bank Nifty doesn't break 36,500 on closing basis, because if at all it does, what can we expect? Let's see. Right? So I may expect something like this. So this is going, A is going above. So that's all. So here is the critical area, 36,076. So 0.3. So this is going to be a anti-bat pattern, and if at all the maximum that it can probably go down is something like this. But here 35,193. Okay, but let's not worry about this. Now this pattern, this is called an anti-bat pattern. It is exactly getting into the demand zone. Any fall, and if it comes into the demand zone, and if this is respected, this 36,076 on closing basis, then again it will bounce back. So Bank Nifty is also a buy on dips, number one. Number two, look at this daily chart. 0.382 retracement is 36,853. That, let's round it off to 36,850. Now see the low of this candle on Friday, 36,876. So it is closed above this number. So as far as it is able to sustain above this number, it should cross this number, 37,335. Only two things can happen. Either it has to break this number or break this number and go up. Right? So let us see what happens on Monday. Whether it's breaking this number and going down, or it breaks this number and starts moving up. And targets already we have discussed, right? 37,600 and whatever, 36 number or whatever we were talking about, right? So mostly Nifty may gap up above this number, which is what we saw on the hourly charts also, right? This number is what we were getting on the hourly chart. So let's try to load that back if we have. Yeah, see here, that's the number, 37,320 levels, right? On the daily chart, we are getting a number of 37,355 or 350. So a gap up above that will be a break of inverted flag and pole, and then Nifty should, then what we should see, as I said, we should see above this number, we should probably get to the resistance point here, which is 37,802, and before that 37,600 and something, the number that we saw, right? So that's the view on Bank Nifty. Now let me again make a copy of this, delete everything. Let us try forget everything and just draw simple trend lines. Here see here. So what it is telling me now, if I draw this trend line, it has exactly, or let's try to blow it bit. Thoda bada. Can you see? The closing is above the trend line. See here. Let me make it even bigger so that it's very clear. Can you see here now? See the trend line? The closing is above the trend line. Now that means that a gap up will kill the bears who have shorted in Bank Nifty. Probably a 400-500 points easy gap up or a 300 points gap up, possible. And then what will happen? People who are here, this red candle, right? So I don't know what you call, I'm not so technical on these patterns and all that. This is kind of a inside bar or something you call, I don't know what it is, okay? Because I don't care, I don't trade them, right? So for me, this is what is important. See here. So the low of this candle, 37,315. That's what we were seeing, right? So once this is done, this is on the daily chart we are seeing here, 37,340. Let's round it off to 37,350. Then that will eat the fellows here. So probably you can see the opening of this candle, this red candle's opening you can see is 37,677. The moment it starts trading above 37,677, half of the bears will get heart attack. And then if at all Nifty manages to cross this high, 37,884, and you can look at 923 here, right? So let's put a horizontal line also on this. Let's mark this level, 830, or this is the top area, 37,923. That is exactly what we saw on our weekly, on hourly charts. So first number, note down this, 37,885. If it crosses this and sustains above 37,885, then definitely this will be taken out. 99% this should also get taken out, or it may get again into a consolidation mode. But if it breaks this level, then this is coming 38,112. This candle size 38,112. This candle size also 38,112. So 38,112 becomes a very, very critical resistance. 38,112, or let's say 120 rounded off. That's going to be a critical level to watch. So I think the Nifty view, the Bank Nifty view is also clear. Can anyone confirm whether you understood what I am trying to say, or if you have any question you can ask. Guys, at least give me an answer, your understanding. You're not only one guy speaks, right?
Yes, I understand, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Hitesh.
Got it, sir.
Yeah, thanks.
Got it.
Otherwise, it's looking like a one-way talk, right? I'm just continuously talking, and there is no question, or there is no acceptance that you understood. So you need to tell me whether you
Just
understood.
a quick question, Deepak.
Yeah,
I had a question. Okay. So you just drew a trend line. Is this like a typical bear trap, possible bear trap? I'm not saying it's confirmed. Coming in, closing back again above the trend line. Is that a very typical thing?
Yes,
You see as a bear trap?
yes. The high of, see, when this happens, okay, let's blow it off, okay? When this kind of thing happens, the high is very important, okay? Now look at the high of this candle, 37,299. You can see here, okay, 37,299. Let's round it up to 37,300. Now this candle, 37,328, and this candle is 37,350. So let us take the highest point, right, 37,350. Once it crosses, obviously all these guys were short. See, look at this big red candle. So that means there are so many shorters sitting in this area that only then it can make such a big candle, right?
Right.
So if it starts trading above this big red candle, what will happen to the guys who have shorted here? They will start their short covering, right? For example, forget about this
Yes,
now.
and
Look at the next candle here. Big shorts, the high of these two candles, the highest high of these two candles was this graveyard doji candle, right? Which is 37,400 and, what is that number? Okay, let me move it here. Here, look at this number, 37,340. The moment it crossed 37,340, look at the high it made, 37,830. That's close to 500 points. So these guys ate away, these guys, the shorters. The same thing could happen here again, right?
Yeah, and interestingly, I just observed the closing of Friday is also just at the low of that bullish candle, if you see, where the bull started taking over earlier.
You mean this
This,
candle?
no, the one afterwards. The green candle you showed right now, the low of that and the close of Friday is the same, which means the bulls are trying to.
Yes.
Hello, sir. Sir.
Yeah, 1 second. So look at this. As you said, 37,225. This the low is 37,216 here, and it has closed above that low.
Yeah.
That itself is an indication.
They're trying to take over again, trying to.
It is almost a 100% confirmation. Okay, two reasons. Okay, two reasons. One, okay, now let us look at the hourly chart I showed you, right? This is a okay.
Yeah, I'm seeing.
So let me make this a 4 hours chart.
Okay.
Let me change it to a 4 hours chart, and let us try to draw a pattern.
Oh. How many people are there? Okay, give. Please give. What to do? These doctors, we have to. Please. Honestly speak.
Okay, so look at this. So similarly, just like Nifty, what I showed you, this was a super reversal, 36,923, right? Now let me remove this. Now you can see here. This itself is a confirmation, right? And this was a doji candle, and it has closed above the red portion of the doji candle. So that is indication that they will kill the bears with the gap up.
So possibly bulls are averaging at this level to take it up again because it's come back to their level.
Of course, na. See, forget about bulls. Let us take a small trader like me or a small traders like this. If we can short Nifty at 17,940 levels and buy it back at 470 levels, right? 500 points we are able to capture on the downside, and upside we have our targets clear. Then why would the biggies not do it, right?
Right.
So it is all about how you read charts. What are you able to see? It can be any study. So we have seen 2-3 things. We have seen harmonic patterns here. We have seen inverted flag and pole kind of patterns here. What is happening? We have seen trend lines, right? We have seen very, very simple demand and supply. We have seen very, very simple support and resistance, horizontal support and resistance, combination of everything, right? Finally, they are all some methods of reading the chart, right?
Yes.
So as far as you are able, as far as you are able to combine your experience of reading charts with different things, it's okay, fine. I am able to use it with harmonics. I am able to use it with trend lines. I am using demand and supply. Many times I have posted for Nifty Pharma also. I posted the demand and supply chart, right?
Yes.
And it worked. It worked fantastic. That was nothing to do with harmonics, right? So some study is required. That's all.
Understood. Thanks.
And look at this. S&P is also indicating this thing. Okay. Now let's look at S&P futures. Now what is S&P telling me? Look at this beautiful reversal, right? It took a beautiful reversal and it has shot up, whereas Indian markets have not shot up this much. Look at this. This is a 4-hourly chart, right? This is giving an indication that there can be a very good gap up in India. Okay. Look at it reversed, and you see how much points it has already made from 4265. Okay, look at the high of this candle, 4,365, right? Which is 100 point for S&P. If S&P can go up 100 points from the reversal point, right, which is an index of 4,000 points, imagine what kind of movement we should get actually in Nifty then. That should be at least a 200 point or 300 point from that 470 levels, 470 levels have posted, right? So that means
Yes.
17,665, 17,775 should be an easy target in Nifty to see, right? So correlating with a different market also sometimes helps, though I don't do it. Okay, I just use the charts, but these kind of reversals are also hinting that India has a lot of to catch up, maybe on Monday by killing the bears.
Right.
Okay, so I'll open it for questions now. I think we have taken close to 45 minutes on Nifty and Bank Nifty. Now I'll open it for questions. Any questions you can start asking.
M&M is something I was looking at, Deepak. Given a breakout, if you could just share your.
M&M, see, not only M&M, actually all auto stocks are looking good. Let us anyway look at first thing before we go and see this specific stock, always make it a point to go and see what the index is saying. Okay, now you can see here there is a 4-hourly chart of Nifty Auto, right? Very clear trend reversal here, right?
Yes.
Now let's say, so that means Nifty Auto should get support, very good support at this point now, right? Look at the high of this candle, 10,470.
Already got support, no, actually.
Yeah, it is. That's what.
Already got support.
See, it is a breakout, retest, again it will go up. So it has just come down. See, any breakout, what it does a breakout, comes to retest and then goes up, right? Now that is exactly it is doing. It has given a breakout
Yes.
above this line by doing a gap up here, went steep up, came to retest the support levels. So anybody would just keep 1.2 points below this, it will hit the stop loss, right? Just to hit your stop loss, it will make a candle like this, a wick like this, and then closed above it, next day gone up. So what you can expect? You can expect this bare minimum. And you can see here there is a open equal to high candle for auto. So auto index on Monday, if it opens above this number, 10,625.
Oh,
If it opens above this number, because look at the Friday's high, 10,617, right? So if it opens above this number, auto stocks and auto ancillary stocks should do well. That means it should go back probably to this level, or maybe it may break this level and make a new high.
okay.
Now if you look at a weekly chart of the index, let's try to delete all these. Can you see here? If at all the day, you can see it is facing resistance here. The day
Yeah.
it closes above 10,913, let's say rounded off to 10,920, then it's going to blast. And where it can go, approximate probably, okay, let us take very optimistic, very, very low target, 11,512, 11,117. That means you got a 600 points above this number, and bigger targets could be as simple as 12,173, 11,816. So there is a 1,000 points kind of rally possible once auto index closes above 10,920. Now let's go back to M&M. Now we have seen the index.
So, Deepak, do you look at, sorry, do you look at, we have to wait for even daily close above that is good enough, or a week has to close above that? 920, 10, 920.
See, let's look at it in two ways. Okay. Now I'm just marking the high of this. Okay. Now let's go back and change it to a daily candle. That is where you need to see. See now. Now if you see this candle, right? What it is trying to do is, this is good enough, right? Here also 13,820, sorry 10,820. Look at the here 786, right? These are multiple resistance points on the daily chart also. So any close above this 780 is good. You can see here.
Okay.
Can you see here? It crossed, but it did not close above it. It came down.
Yeah.
See this
did
candle?
not sustain.
10,801 touched this level, came down and closed below it. Next day, it could not close above it, fell. So this itself now clearly means that on the daily chart, when you convert this, now this is becoming your kind of supply zone. This is your supply zone, right? The top
Yes.
of that supply zone is 10,920.
920. Yeah,
Right?
920.
This is 780. Let's say this is 780. And the top area of the zone on this of the supply zone is 10,920. Now I think this will make better sense. So if the supply area is broken, right? This is the first supply area. The bigger supply area is this zone. Now imagine if at all it breaks this level, 11,093 or 11,100, imagine the kind of movement Nifty Auto can see, because it will be a multi-month breakout kind of, right? Then you can see huge targets.
Correct.
So this is the most demand
In fact,
supply zone.
In fact, that is the top before the corona fall as well. So
Correct.
that's also important. Right?
Correct. So if it breaks that, right, then it can shoot up. So Nifty Auto as an index is looking very good. Okay. Now let's go to M&M chart. It will not be anything different. See, it's the same thing. What you are seeing in Nifty Auto is what you are seeing here also. Right? Here. See? 843. Let's say 845 or something. Okay? Round it off. Okay? Let's say this number. 853. So 853 to same thing. It has got a supply zone here, right? So this is a critical area to watch, 853. And then this number, 875. Let's say 875. Okay, let's say 875. So 853 to 875 becomes the resistance zone. If at all it manages to close above 875, then it's going to give you a straight away. You don't have to see anything. This is a direct target you will see, 920. And after that, this 952. Now, the question is very simple now. If somebody has gone long, what you need to watch is, I'm blowing this off chart, okay? I'm marking this very simple line. Look at this, 781, or let's say this area, 783, That's the support. Any dips to this level, if you get, super buy, because you can see here low of this candle is 783, low of this candle is also 783, low of this candle is 786, right? And it took straight away, it gave a breakout, came down, retested close to the breakout level, and it shot up again. Now this is one thing. Second thing,
already took support there.
yeah,
On Friday.
it has retested already on Friday, and then this was a flag and pole, small flag and pole, right? But very powerful breakout. It has given a flag and pole breakout on the daily charts. Can you see here?
Okay. Yes.
So typical
Wow.
target to expect. Now Monday's high becomes very important. 828. It should sustain above 831, and then you can see 840. Sorry, 840, and then it gets into your demand zone at 8, this area, and above this, if at all it closes above 875, then you can look at 903, 935 plus targets. Looks very good. It's a buy on dips counter, and worst case, if this comes, super fall, very good area to accumulate. That's around 760 levels. You can see the low here, 761, 761.5, 762. High of this,
Deepak, the question is, the dip has already happened on Friday and then shot up. So, in case we wait for a dip and it just keeps going up, can we look at buying on Monday with a stop loss?
Here, answer. 800
Okay.
closing basis stop loss, or because you see the high of this 803.95. Look at this 802.5, right? Look at this.
Okay.
Let's look at it like this. What is this? 801.9, 803,
Yes.
802.
Yes.
So 800 closing basis
That's
stop
a-
loss. And look at the
Yes.
Thursday's low. So your Thursday's low can be a stop loss, or worst case, if you want, you can keep this red candle, the biggest red candle low, which is 796, below 796 as a stop loss. And you can hold your
Understood.
position. And probably it may go and hit 853. Okay, fine.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Anyone else who's got a question? Hello? Anyone else? Okay, I'll give 2 minutes. So in 2 minutes, if I don't hear a question, I'm assuming that there are no questions and we'll close the session. Okay, somebody has asked permission to speak. I'm allowing all them to speak, and then let me check if somebody is, yeah. So
Hello,
permission
sir.
given to everyone. Yeah, Arul, go ahead, Arul.
Hello, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
Hello.
சொல்லுங்க கேக்குது.
Hello. Sir, IGL.
Which one? Sorry, IGL, na?
IGL.
Looks very good. It is looking good, but one thing that you need to watch if you're going to go long, this is a very critical level, 510. So your stop loss
510, okay.
stop loss has to be below 510. Keep little bit lower. Exact 510 vecha and adichu poidum. Better is to keep this as your stop loss. 508 kilo stop loss vechukkonga. You can see here that's a multiple support area in the 508. Recently it has never broken.
Okay.
If I take this candle 510, it has taken support there only. It's a triple bottom area in the 510.
Okay, sir.
So what it can do is, probably if there is a dip, it may come back. If get dip kadacha,
Okay.
you can enter with the
Enter.
stop loss of 510. Looks good.
Okay, sir.
Okay, anyone else? Next,
Sir,
Sir, Amaraja Batteries.
Amar Raja Batteries.
Yeah.
1 second. Sorry. Okay. It is looking good. Nga. See, daily chart la, whoever asked this question, right? Look at this. This was an open equal to high candle 742, right? That's open equal to high. When it's broken, that was this is a resistance point. Now it is taking support there. See the low here 742, right? So what it is trying to do? It is trying to form a flag and pole again here. So if it breaks 775 on the upside and closes above 775, right, you need to watch for this level. Most critical level is 791, which is again a open equal to high candle, and then it can blast. Looks good. You can buy it on dips. And what level? If you are going long, if you have already gone long, probably you can keep a stop loss below this 748, 750 kilo. Keep a stop loss below 748. The red candle, that is on Thursday's candle lower. Stop loss you can go long. Looks good. So see, what you actually whatever you look at, we saw the Nifty auto index. We have seen Nifty as an index. We have seen Bank Nifty as an index. We have seen M&M as a stock. Amar Raja Battery. So Nifty auto is giving some bullish signals, and auto ancillaries. These are auto ancillaries, right? Batteries, tires, all these are steering company, right? All these guys are ancillaries. So if auto has to perform, auto ancillaries will also perform. So before looking into anything, look at the particular index. That's very important. Yeah, anyone else?
Sir, Kotak Bank, sir.
Kotak is just at a very, very important juncture. Okay, if you look at this low, it just touched and closed above it. So Friday's high, if it takes, so this, let us mark this level as 1978, 75. This low, right? 1970. So if it is holding 1970 and it takes out the high of Friday, this is a graveyard doji kind of a symbol, right? Now indecisive candle. So if it starts trading above this 2010 on Monday, it will shoot up, because look at this. 2017, here 2013 is the low of this candle, 2012 is the low of this candle. So if it starts trading above this 2010, if it starts breaking this level of 2013 and starts trading up, it can shoot up on Monday. If at all it breaks 1975, there can be a fall, because it actually gave a nice breakout here. I actually, in one of the clubhouses, I recommended Kotak Bank at 1715 levels, 1715 levels, right? And now you can see this was a range breakout at 1845. So if it breaks this, what happens important is this big green candle, right? There was a slight gap up here. This low becomes very important, which is 1913. So it is very evident, very clear that if 1975 is broken, you can expect something around 1920 here easily. Very simple. So Friday's high and Friday's low are very important for Kotak Bank. Probably, if Bank Nifty gap ups, this fellow could eat away those fellows at 2013 and start moving up and make a new high possible. Because
Okay, sir.
what it may do is, or it may consolidate something here like this. It may go there, touch this level again, start consolidating, then probably give it a breakout and go up. But 1975, important level. If breaks 1975, probably it can come down to the breakout level, something here to retest, right? ஒரு retest பண்றதுக்கு வாய்ப்பு இருக்கு. Something like this. So the retesting area could be 1883 to 1852 levels, which is this level, right? 1845 is this level. This is a breakout level. So probably it may come to 1883 to 1852 levels and retest if it breaks 1975, 1920. So for Monday, Friday's high and low become very important.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Fine.
ITC, sir.
I'll come back to you, Sendil. If somebody doesn't have a question, I'll come back to you.
Okay, okay, sir.
Just give me 2 minutes. We'll check someone
Sorry
else.
here.
Yeah,
I
Ravi.
have a question on STFC. So this is like on analyzing the option chain of STFC, sir.
Okay.
If we look at the STFC option, yeah,
Let us first look at the charts. Okay.
sure.
This is actually
HDFC
looking.
Bank, sorry. It is HDFC Bank, I'm sorry.
HDFC Bank, okay. Because HDFC Bank.
Yeah.
Okay. HDFC Bank, I was asking
Yeah.
to buy from 1530 levels, and then it went up huge upside, and then it has fallen, right?
Yeah, that's right, sir. HDFC Bank.
Okay. Now, this is a chart of HDFC Bank. So if you look at, I said something to buy around 1540 levels, and then I said lot of posts I have posted. HDFC Bank is sleeping. Once it starts moving, it will take Nifty up, and it did. Now, what is your question on HDFC Bank? What do you want to know?
Yeah, the thing is, if we look at the option chain, we see like there are number of, we assume that there are number of shorters at 1600 levels, but we're still saying that now the price kind of going up, although there are not so many shorters at 1600 levels. So I was just kind of wondering how can we properly, deduce information out of the option chain.
Let us try to first understand something, okay? I've been repeating this many times.
Yeah.
Option chain is not to
Okay.
be seen separately. They must be correlated with charts. Because your option chain is built on your charts only. Whatever your chart says, only option chain will tell you. But when it comes to target, if your charts are looking bullish, it will tell you where the resistance can come. Okay, so you must now always look at option chain along with charts. Now let us first look at HDFC Bank's chart, and then we will try to analyze. We go back to the option chain and see what it is saying. Okay. Now
Sure, sir.
here it's very clear. This was the breakout area. 1598 is a very important area. Or let us say 1600. Now that is acting as resistance. Here it tried to go above it, could not close above it. Here also it went above it, could not close above it. Then it fell, right? Now, this low is very important, 1560 or 1561. I'm running it out to 1560. Okay. Now 1560 is a very important level. So on Friday, it did not break 1560. So once it starts trading above 1598, it can go back. Then it will face resistance here, which is 1630 or 1632. Okay, let me round it off to 1630. This is what the chart is saying, right? The maximum put writing should be something around 1520 levels, 1560 levels. So now let's go back and see what your option chain says.
28th October.
Yeah, it's taking time to load. I don't know if I have to refresh it. Okay. Now let us look at here on the put side. 1540 has got maximum. You can see some unwinding at 1600, 1620. That means that 1600 is acting as a very, very strong resistance. On the put side itself, if people are not exiting their 1600 put rating, this minus 41 number here is suggesting that they are exiting 1600 put rating. And what happened? Okay. Now 1600 put rating, people are exiting. At the same time, you can see how many contracts, 667 contracts are written here. So that is very clearly evident that 1600 is a resistance area, and that is what. Now let us go back to the chart. Let me pull this here. Okay, now let's go back to the chart. 1598 strong resistance. That is where 1600 call rating is. 1600 put rating unwinding is happening. So these both are confirming that 1600 is becoming a very, very tough resistance point. Okay, number one. Now, if 1600, then where is the support? There is huge support at nearest support at 1540, 1283 contracts.
Right.
That is what you were seeing, right? 1540 is
Alright.
this low here.
The last one.
Here. Sorry. Where is
The
that?
last one, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, this is 1530. Okay, so this level, so let's go back. So it is showing 1540, and before that it is showing 15. But look at the number of contracts here. Here there is a huge change, 358 contracts. So 1580 is where they are taking the first support. So that could be somewhere here, this candle, right? We missed to see this candle, right? Here.
All right. Yeah.
Let's say this candle, right? Here. Which is 1582. So your option chain is nothing but a reflection of your charts. Now, 1582. So it is showing support at 1580, followed by 1540, which is huge support, and that is what we have marked here. 1528, 30 levels, or this probably this candle, which is here, right? 1543. That's because you have this low here at 1543. You have the open equal to low candle at 1542. So 1543 to 1542 becomes a very strong support. So 1540, and if it breaks 1540, you got something at 1500 levels.
1520. 1500, yeah.
Yeah, 1500 is here. Straight away it is here.
Right.
Here. This level. This is a 1528. So something around 1520. There should be a built up, but it is not. So that means 1520 may not hold. If 1540 is broken, you may see 1500 straight away. So that means this will be broken. This low will not sustain. 1520, this candles here may not sustain. 1527 here, right? This candle may not hold, and it may fall here. That's what the option chain is saying. Now, on the resistance, let us assume that 1600 is taken off. Then what happens? Above 1600, now the next highest number is something around, look at the volume and the change in open interest. 306, 379. Here, built up is at 1680, right? And that is what I told you, that if it breaks this level, which is 1632, so let us look at 1640. 1640 has got 2500 contracts. After 1600,
Right.
you have 2,500 contracts. So 1640 becomes the resistance here at 1632 or here at 1635 levels. And then if that is broken, it is saying that it can go to next up. So what you should look at is, you should not look at a number lower than this here, okay?
Okay.
2507, next 3102. That is at 1700. So if it breaks this, then it can go to 1700. That's what it is saying. And if you draw a trend line, probably you may get something like that only. Let's try to draw a trend line. I'm taking this point and this point as a reference. And you can see that it can slowly move towards that number, or let's take the recent high. These two lines, right? So it can slowly go to 1700 levels is what it is showing. The resistance of the
Alright.
slowly to start moving like this. So
Right,
1700
right,
is what it
clear.
is showing. So for now, if you connect these candles, you can see here, it took resistance here, then it closed here above it. This was a fake breakout. Next day it fell, and now it will face resistance here. You can see the trend line resistance is getting deeper and deeper at 1620, 1600 levels.
Right, yes.
So that's what the option chain is saying. So it's a kind of make or break for HDFC Bank. So the low of, and you can
Right.
see that if it breaks the high of Friday, probably it may take little resistance 600, but it may break 1600 and go up. Because on Monday you need to watch this number, what happens to this number. If you see this number, note down this number 5498, 667 here, and if you see this number going down, 667 going to 500, 400, 300, 200, then 100, then it becomes 0, this becomes negative, and then this number starts going down, and you see increasing in the next contract somewhere here, it may shoot up there. So you need to watch option chain live.
Sure, sir, sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Fine. Anyone else? Otherwise, I'll take a question from Sendil and close it. Okay, Sendil, go ahead, Sendil. You wanted ITC, right?
Yeah, yes, sir. ITC, sir.
Levels are already marked. I think we have spoken about it many times. The 728, 228 is a very, very important level. That is a major breakout area. So probably it is trying to retest those levels, right? So if you draw a trend line, see it broke here and then it started coming down. So it has given a breakout, it is coming back to retest, and then it will go back and break out. So any dips towards 228 or around 230, if it comes, you try to buy, or already it has come, I think, to 232 once. So
Yes, sir. Yeah.
I think that was a good area. Let's check if there was any support area. So let's connect this and the top of this candle, and it is exactly closed. It went below it but closed above it. So with a low of 1 rupee minus Friday's low, you can go long in ITC. Probably it may retest this level and give a breakout. 245 levels, it may go and again give a breakout. It is looking good,
Okay, sir.
but
Okay.
it has to cross the Friday's high and sustain above it. If it is
Okay.
able to do that, Thursday, whoever was short here, right? These guys will get
Yeah.
beaten. If it is able to cross, which is almost 30% of the total candles line, this level, right? Let me mark that.
Yes, yes.
So that is around about 237. You can see that if it starts crossing, then the high of this candle 240, and if it starts breaking 240, the highest, it will blast if it breaks this. Okay, keep this number in mind. 241.85, let's say 242. The day it crosses 242, you will see a new high, because it is something called these are the king candles, king, queen, jack. Let us call it king, queen, jack. Higher high, high, lower high, and a lower high, lower high. 5 candles lower high, right? So if the highest high of this 5 candles, which is 242, is broken, then you will see a new high. So you got a very small stop loss
Okay.
risk, and the day it breaks 242, you can see easy 260 plus easily. Up to 300 levels is a target that I have for ITC. I have been asking people to buy when it was at 198, 202 levels, to buy and hold patiently. It is a long-term
Exactly.
portfolio stock. You should not sell it. This will outperform.
Yes.
This has not performed for
Hmm.
close to 10 years. So this will definitely outperform.
Okay.
All right. So it's close to 10:55 now. I'll take last 1 or 2 questions. Otherwise, we'll wind up. I'll give a 1 minute time for someone to raise a hand or ask questions.
Can I ask one more? Jitesh, can I ask one?
Yeah, go
If you
ahead,
don't mind.
Jitesh. Yeah,
Or
go
if
ahead.
somebody else wants to, then that's fine. Just a question on silver. Has it made a bottom? If you can, I don't know if you do commodities.
I
Just
don't
asking.
touch, because my world is limited to 9:15 to 3:30 in markets. I don't like to extend more.
Okay.
So silver
It's
futures,
been falling like crazy, so just wanted to know if it's made a bottom. Do you think it's made a bottom?
I need to check what is the symbol in MCX. Commodity
Silver is.
MCX is here. Mini futures is there. Here, silver future here. Okay. Yeah, looks good. Now, this level is very critical. The day it breaks this level, 61,400, it will shoot up like mad.
Okay. Uh-huh.
If it starts sustaining above 61,400, it will shoot up like mad. Or 436. Okay, let's round it up to 61,450. It will, or if you want to hold or enter, then see here the trend line.
Hmm.
So it gave a breakout here. See here, it was facing resistance on Thursday. It was facing resistance here at this trend line, right? Before also this was acting as a trend line resistance, and it gave a breakout. So as far as it is able to hold this level, 59,220. Okay.
Okay.
If it is able to hold 59,220, you can expect this as a target, 63, or let us say 63,000. Because you have resistance here, or 63,550. Okay. That's your first target.
Hmm.
And that could also be probably a level of harmonic to watch for. So if I take this as a recent high and this as a low, and it also forms a double top at that area. So before that, there is a 0.5. So look at something like 63,160 is a very important level. 63,120 to 63,200 level to watch. That could be an area from where it could probably fall.
Okay.
So something like this, 63,160. Okay, so 63,160. Okay. Yeah, something like this. But for this pattern to get active, it must breach 61,450 until it closes above this candle, above this line. Okay, you should not be expecting this target. This target, what I told you, right? What is that number? 63,160.
Okay.
63,160. That is the target, bare minimum target to watch for. 63,160.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes.
Thank you.
In IGL, I think 520 has been retested as a support line.
What is it? Sorry, just let me complete this silver. I'll come back to you. Okay, so look at Jitesh. Look at this as a target. So you got some small stop loss. If you can bear this kind of stop loss, actual stop loss should be below this. But
Right.
what I expect, I'll tell you. Probably it may face little resistance here, but eventually it should go to 63,160. But
Okay.
as I told you, closing above B point only, this pattern gets active. Harmonic patterns are active only once the B points are breached. It has not breached, but if I'm assuming that if it breaches, this will be the target.
Understood. Thank you.
Yeah. So IGL, right?
Yes, sir, yes. It will again retest 520 or it will go upside, sir?
Need to check. No, probably it may go up. It may not come down because it already made a. Uh, it's very hard to say whether it will come down and go up or not. But 510 stop loss is simple that the for longs. If it breaks 510 on closing basis, it's gone case. Probably what can happen, I will tell you. Okay, what can happen if you take this gap up? Okay, now look at this. If this is 0.58, it can probably come down little. It may retest something around 521 levels, 520 levels, then start going up, or retest 510 and then start going up. If it breaks 510,
That means first it want to come down, then only it will go upside.
the chances are more that it should come down and then go up. Or if it opens gap up above this high, 537 on Monday, then it can straight away go up.
Okay, sir.
All right. Fine, guys, it's 11 o'clock. Last question and we'll wind up. Last question, no more questions after that, please. Anyone who's got a question?
On Asian Paints. Asian Paints.
Paints. Okay, that's the last question, guys. Please excuse me. It's been a very terrific week for me. And tomorrow morning I've got some doctor's appointment. I need to go. Okay, looks weak, but I'm not sure if there is very close to its reversal level. Yeah, very important. What is your position in Asian Paints?
Sir, I'm just waiting for it to reverse, like one kind of confirmation bullish pattern.
You can buy now. Watch, Monday it should go up. Monday green candle 99%. Okay, that 1% I reserve the right to be wrong. Okay, Monday green
Sure,
candle,
sir.
that is what I am seeing. Don't ask me why and all and that. Okay, very simple. Green candle Monday. So let's see.
Sure.
Let's see on Monday evening. You ping me and tell me whether it closed in red or green.
Done, sir, done.
Okay.
Yeah, sure, sir.
So you can go along on Monday with a very, very small stop loss. Closing basis stop loss. This is going to be a closing basis stop loss. 3180. Sorry, not 3180. 3160 closing basis stop loss. That is a stop loss, closing basis stop loss, and I will tell you what I am expecting. Mm, 618, no, something here. That's the target I expect.
Three.
That's the target I expect.
So on Monday you are saying this, sir, or like in a couple of days only?
Couple of days, maybe 1 or 2 days or 3 days, I don't know. Okay, but what is important before that is this level 3215.
Yes, sir, yes.
If at all it starts trading above this number on Monday, the bears will get shot, will get killed. Then it will go and hit this level. Step by step target I am giving you.
Sure,
3266. This is 3215 and 3260. So what I am expecting is that now it is forming a box like this. Here. Right?
Yes, sir, yes.
So Monday should be a green candle. That's all. Let's conclude it as green candle for Monday, and we will watch it on Monday evening. Okay.
Done, sir, done.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. We'll stop the recording now. I don't know whether I will be able to post the recording. I don't know how big the size is going to be, because posting audio is waste, so I did not record the audio. Video size, if it is something that I can post, I will post. Okay. Thanks a lot. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll meet when time permits next.